The Modern Game Podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of the Modern Game Podcast. Straight into the top 5 cams. Number 5, I've got Phil Foden.
I've also got Phil Foden.
Number 5, I've got James Maddison.
Number 5, I've got Delhi.
Oh my God. Wait, before you get into that, yeah, Charlie, did you make that noise because you forgot Maddison existed?
No, I've got Maddison in.
Man
the
City,
reason I
we-
put
No,
Delhi
That is, you lying.
It's because-
You are lying.
is because you didn't have Fernandinho in
No,
your
you know what? He was like, what?
Let me-
he was
let
like
me
the quickest
justify
20-year-old to score. Yeah, you know what? Cool.
Let me justify. How many players in your respective lists have scored as many goals and got as many assists in the Prem for the club they're at?
One of our factors, by the way, everyone, is current
I rate
ability.
it.
And, you know,
Yeah, but one of the factors is the De Gea law as well.
Delhi had a terrible game against Royal Antwerp, I think 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, but Delhi
Yeah,
also had two
I can't
and a half
justify-
world-class seasons, I suppose.
I can't justify Delhi because of the fact that he let me down on the weekend.
No,
For
but
me,
no,
What,
realistically,
do you have him in your fantasy team or something?
Nah, bro. I had
No,
him- I had him
for that
I had him
bet
there.
on.
Oh.
Right.
I was a Delhi Alley outside of the box goal away from.
Well, that's literally on you.
But for
That's on
the
you.
last...
No, the amount of times that he was there, it looked like he was about to curl it into the top bins, and he just passed it off or
Bro,
something.
Eddie's
to
got
the
more chance
keeper.
of curling out a shit on the pitch than he has one top bins these days.
For the last 3
Exactly.
years...
So how was he in?
he hasn't
How was he
been
in
good.
your top?
So
five
why would you
there?
make the bet?
For me, for the last... Because it's Marine, I suppose.
Well,
For the
yeah,
last,
and it was Delhi. Like it was Delhi Alley, and he used to be alright.
for the last
You
3
can't
years,
beat
he's
him.
done fuck all.
Yeah, but what has Phil Foden done that in the Prem that Dele Alli hasn't?
One of our
He's trying
factors...
to get waves.
One of our factors is technical ability. On ability, he's a better footballer for
100.
me.
Far better.
Yeah, right now he is, but
No,
in
I
terms
mean,
of
no,
what
I
he's
mean,
done in the
generally as a technical ability footballer, he's a better footballer than Dele ever was.
Okay, Charlie,
He's-
give it.
he's
Like,
got nicer
how old's
technique.
Dele Alli now? 24.
24.
Prem. Yeah, I
And
think so.
Foden's how old? 20.
Yeah.
20, yeah. 20.
So give Foden 4 years, and I guarantee he's done probably double what Dele's
Yeah, probably
done.
Jamie, but I haven't got my mystic ball in front of me, so I can't really make predictions
He
like
has
that
done
yet.
you there.
Yeah, but I can also guarantee
no,
that Foden will still be on top of his game at 24. Dele Alli said that his body doesn't move how it used to at 24.
Yeah, that's true, but my list has always been like based on not players that have done not a lot in the Prem. So I've had to stay consistent, and Delhi's been, in terms of numbers,
If
arguably
that's the
best.
case, then
I
there's
think-
one player that you can't have in your top 5. Then if you're going to go by that,
I
and
think,
if you do, I'll dispute it.
I think Charlie's
Well,
done
I
his
haven't
list
got any
based on
players.
2017-18, so I hope Ozil's top 3. That's
Move on
smart.
to 4. Move on to 4.
Well then,
Who did you have,
So you
Jamie?
got 4th then?
Foden.
4th, I have James Maddison.
I also have
I've
James
got
Maddison 4.
Philippe Foden.
Oh,
I've got
see,
Maddison 4.
You know, I got a bit of a thing against Maddison. I don't really like the guy.
He's an Arsenal fan.
He called Gareth Bale a monkey. I'm not having it. So yeah.
Right, Caps, who did you have
Foden's
fit?
better. Maddison.
That's fair.
See, I just think I think Foden is better than Maddison. I think Maddison's had more of an impact at Leicester than Foden has at City. So
Yeah, I
To
mean,
me, it's
Foden
Yeah.
deserves more game time though. I mean, he's starting to get
Oh,
it
yeah.
recently, but maybe that's a factor as to why you would say that he's not being more influential.
I mean, saying
You say that,
Foden
Dan,
was,
but it's hard for Foden to be influential when he's playing alongside like KDB.
oh yeah, he's not the
Mahrez,
main.
Aguero.
He's not.
That's
the
what I
main
mean. At
creator.
Leicester, Maddison is their main creator, isn't it?
But I mean, Maddison's still in with quite a few talented players. You think Harvey Barnes?
Yeah, but not
Stadium
not
Mans.
not on the
He's
creative
Harvey
side of not on the creative side. Other than Barnes, I wouldn't say there's maybe Tillemans, but I think he
Yeah.
played too deep to become a creative player in the final third.
There's a case for Foden. I just like Maddison's one of them players. It's a disclaimer. I love Maddison. He's actually one
Yeah,
of
I
my
do
favourite
like
players in the
Maddison.
league.
I think he's done. I think, like you said, that he's done a bit more at Leicester.
Yeah.
Than Foden has at City, but that's obviously just because of pure game time. I'd say.
Isn't that Mount
Yeah.
celebration, Cavs?
Yeah, but Madders done it the other day.
Madison did a
did he?
different one, but I'm not
Oh,
going to
yeah.
recreate it.
Didn't he do?
Oh,
something with
yeah,
his
yeah,
shoulders?
It was a
Yeah,
different one.
shoulders. Number 3, I have to sort of clench my teeth.
Wait,
so
who
I've
did?
got,
I keep
Alright.
forgetting who people had. Who did
so
Charlie have?
me, you, and Charlie all have
I have
Madison.
Madison.
Right, okay.
Number 3,
Yeah,
I've got Jack Grealish.
I also have Jack Grealish.
You know
Mine and
what?
Dan's list is looking very, very similar.
I
The
think
thing
it's
is, yeah,
exactly the same.
This is where I wanted to throw my own little seasoning on it because I could have been regular and had Grealish. But number 3, I got Bruno Fernandes.
He does it. He does it to annoy people. I know he does.
Yeah,
I
I
back
actually
my
think he
boys,
does.
innit? Jack, when I'm back in Brom, Dig Beth and that will go on in that house. Just give me a
You
call.
won't want to go on a night out in Digbeth with a Villa player.
What is that?
Blue-
Is that more of a
Blues-
Brummy side?
Blues capital.
So where we go? Small
They don't
heath
have
and that.
anywhere. They don't have anywhere in Birmingham. You'll
So
have to
what?
go out. You'll have to go out
Small
to. You'll have to go out to Worcester or somewhere to go and find.
So we'll do that. Worcestershire sauce and that. We'll do it.
Nah, where is it that the Blues go? Like Witten or something?
Blues are
You need to go out into like
Digbeth.
Witten.
Blues are Town, Villa are Sutton, Solihull,
Aston.
Aston,
Witten.
Whitton. Yeah, Whitton.
Listen, Jack, if you're watching this, you want to have a kick about in Aston Power League, DM me on Twitter. My DMs are open.
I've one interview with a pro footballer. Oh, 2. Yeah, 2. My bad. I assume, Charlie, you've got Grealish.
Hang on a sec. I'm just currently looking at our included factors to see if I can justify this player.
Oh God!
It's gonna be
the
some
way that you said that,
stupidness,
is,
innit?
yeah, you can't. But the way that you've said that,
So you've either not got Foden, Grealish.
I don't think he's got Foden.
You haven't got Foden.
Nah, I haven't got
To
Foden.
be fair, to be fair, Dele's better than Foden.
But in terms of consistency of my list, I can't not have Dele in because of certain players I've had previously.
But is your list then based on stats?
It's not based on stats. It's based on what they've done at the in the Prem while they're still in the Prem, and that was what we decided on before we recorded the first episode.
So
But
if
honestly,
you say
but
this
That's
player
only
name
one.
now,
That's
you
only
can't-
one of the
that's not fair.
factors.
What? It's only one of the factors, but also, can you argue that Dele has done more in the Prem than Maddison and Foden? What have them two done combined that Dele hasn't?
Foden's
in the
won
Prem.
the
They're
league.
still
for-
doing it,
for their
but they're
club.
still doing it.
Foden's won the
Yeah,
league.
but how do you know? Like you said, in 4 years, Foden could be miles
Foden
ahead of
has won
Dele.
the
How
league.
do you
No,
know
but even,
that
Yeah,
but
yeah,
even
in 4
now,
years Dele couldn't?
no, but
be
even
prime?
Dele
now,
has won the
currently,
Audi Cup.
He has, to be fair.
Yes.
even now, currently, they're doing it when Dele's
Beat
not.
Bayern Munich and Juve.
What
That's
year
good.
But
did
it's
Dele
basically the
win?
Champions League.
What year did Dele win Young Player of the Year? What year was that?
Probably
Oh,
like 2017.
17 or something.
And how old was he? The same age as Foden.
21, 20.
So why is Foden not doing that then? If he can be better than Dele,
Young
why is
Player of
Foden
the
not
Year in the
respect
Premier
it, I
League
respect
it.
or for Spurs.
Yeah, it was young.
For this, yeah,
the league,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was young
Yeah,
player of
yeah.
the year for the league. To be
So
fair,
if he's done
no,
that
in
at
that
Foden's age,
two and a bit seasons, Dele was the best attacking midfielder in the league. But I'm
Yeah.
saying for the last 3 seasons, I haven't even got him near the top 5. So therefore, the De Gea law was in the last 2 years has he been at his level? And Dele
no,
hasn't.
but I know he hasn't been in the last 2 years, but he's still playing in the Premier League. He's only 24, and he's done more than half of the players on all your lists have.
But he's 24, should be in his prime, and he's starting against Marine, having
Players
an
don't hit their
okay
prime until
game,
28.
doing okay in the Europa League.
He won't. He's in terms of when players normally hit their prime. He's got another 4 years.
Oh, right. So for the last 3 years, he's just decided, I'll fuck off and then come back when it's supposed to be my prime.
No, but he's 24. How do you know that he will not pick his form back up?
Because I've
Because
watched
he
him
says
for the
his
last
body
3
doesn't
years where I
move how
thought
it
he'd pick
used
his
to.
form
He's
back
only
up.
24.
I thought
He will if he goes to play in France.
Yeah, he
I
will.
don't think he has any. I think he's lost passion to play football at 24 years old.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he cares at all. And when Mourinho came in, he had that little stint where I thought, you know what, he's probably back. He looks back to his best. And then it's happened again. So I can't... I
You know what's
can't see
funny,
him
yeah?
coming back again.
My man done that sleeping celebration, talking about commentators. Then he went to sleep for the last 2
Yeah, he
years.
fell asleep for a couple of years.
How-
No, all I'm saying is I have to stay consistent with my list and not put attacking midfielders in that have signed this season.
Okay, I thought that's fair. That's fair that
Yeah,
you're
I
going
can
to stay
understand- I can
consistent
understand
within
that.
your own list. So who have you got third? Because if it's
So I
There's
had
one man
Mount
that you can't
originally. I had Mount. I don't know whether to stick with him or not.
How can you have man
I'll
above Foden?
rate
I'll
rate
rate
Mason
Mason
Mount,
Mount,
but I
yeah.
can't
Yeah, but
have him
above Foden.
Yeah, I wanna-
No,
you
he's
can't
not.
have
He's
him.
not better than Foden or Maddison.
I'd say he's on par with Maddison. You know,
I might.
He
You know
has.
what,
He
I'm
has
gonna-
too many. He has too many in different games. I think.
I do
That's
rate
true,
Mount as
but-
well, though.
That's true, but Madison's not the most consistent player.
He's not, but that's
Maddison's
that's
been
what
plagued
that's
with
saying a lot
injuries
about
as well.
Mount, though, rather than Maddison. There's too many
I
games
think
that Mount goes missing.
this season Mount's become a very versatile midfielder for Chelsea.
Yes.
Even you've
I
seen
feel
him
like he's their
dropping
best
into
midfielder
like
at
a
the minute.
two. You've
So I'm
seen
gonna
him
go
drop into
Mount.
like a
I'm gonna
sitting
go
two.
Mount third. I'm gonna go Mount third because of because he is a cam, but he can do so much more than just being a cam.
I just think when
That
you
makes
think
sense.
about games against like the top 6 teams, like Arsenal, Tottenham, he doesn't turn up. And for me, if you're going to be a top of the top, like the reason I've got Grealish third is not just because he scores against West Ham, he scores against Southampton, etc. He turned up against Man United last year and bent one in the top corner within the first 10 minutes of the game. He
That's
turns
true,
up
but
against every
lovely
team.
hair as well.
The onus is on Grealish to do that because no one else at Villa will do that.
But to be fair, Charlie, for me, Mount's, like you said, the best. They're relying on him to pretty much create everything. Havertz hasn't done anything. They're not going to get Kante to create. They're relying on him, really, to get the ball to their front through. And how old is he? 22, 23? He's 22, Mount. He's not
something
exactly.
like
He's still a decently young player, but he's not like.
Maybe even 21.
If he's 22, 23, you've got an expectancy on him where, like you said, Dele was 20, still your best creator. Foden's 20, he's up there.
Last season, though,
Everyone's saying
Dan,
how-
think about there was an argument who's better, Grealish or Mount. There was the argument. There's no
Yeah,
denying
there was,
that
there
was
was,
an
but,
argument.
but yeah,
Now it looks, in hindsight, you think, oh, obviously Grealish is a better player, but in hindsight, there was the argument last season who's better,
like-
Grealish or Mount.
Like you can't just take it in this season because obviously it's easy for like vision to be clouded by just this season because that's what's happening now. It's what we're watching. But last season, seasons before, Grealish hasn't been in the conversation. Mount has always been in the conversation.
Listen, if Mount wants to be in the same conversation as Grealish, he better start doing some car phrases.
Yeah, I get your point, but last season the argument was there, so the debate has to be
I
there.
don't want to bring in Championship because obviously that's nowhere near like it's not in the argument. But Mount did get promoted with a very poor. No, he got to the playoff final with a very poor Derby side and was their best player all season. I know it's Championship, but
What happened in the
he
playoff
has
final?
got. Yeah, they lost, but he still dragged them to the playoff
Lampard
final.
in
with
the
a
mud.
to be fair,
very poor
Grealish
squad.
did not turn up in that playoff final.
He didn't really
No.
turn up that whole season. Villa didn't really turn up that
I
whole
don't know.
season
When
until the
that-
last
when they-
13 games.
They went on a 10
I
game
know.
unbeaten run.
Yeah, it was that
and he-
run. It was that
Yeah.
one run. But other than that, they were very average.
And
They
they-
were like 13th until they did that.
You know what win started that run as well? Beating us 1-0 away.
Not surprising, though, is it?
Number 2, I've
Right,
got
let's move
Bruno.
on to number two, yeah, I've got Bruno too.
Me and Jamie have got the same list.
Number 2, I've got KD. No, I'm joking. I've got Grealish number 2.
I wouldn't have been surprised, you know. I actually
Yeah,
wouldn't have.
same.
Yeah, it's got to be Jack
He
Grealish.
even managed. They didn't even mention Villa on that live stream. They didn't even mention him, not a sniff. And Cav somehow goes, "Oh, I really like Grealish." How does that happen? How does that happen?
I don't know how this is. Let's stick to the topic.
The guy fancy.
Yeah, Dan, let's stick to the modern game podcast top 5 list.
You know what it is? I definitely think Bruno is a more complete number 10, but I feel like Grealish, especially considering he plays in a Villa side, a lot of a weaker side, and he sort of carries them on his back. He's been incredible. He's very direct, draws a lot of fouls, impeccable dribbling, got a lovely strike on him as well, lovely hair, top lad.
I think it's fair to say Grealish has been top 3 best players this season. Maybe
Yeah,
top
yeah,
4.
100%.
I think the top
four.
3 in this list are the top 3 best players this season.
I think
Yeah.
Grealish has been the best ball carrier this season, 100%.
So you think Kane, Son,
Oh yeah, Kane and Son, my bad.
are not in?
Oh, that's why I said top 4.
Kane, Son, Grealish, Bruno.
Yeah.
Wait, anyway, yeah, I've got Grealish second on my list.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I've not got KDB.
Because he had KDB in his box to box. I was
Oh.
so confused then.
Well, oh, right, okay. I was going to say that makes sense though for your thought process, because I thought you must have KDB top and have left Bruno
No, I
out.
mean, no, I can't have left Bruno out because of his. He's been there a year now. It's not like he signed at the start
He's
of this
been
year.
very influential. Very influential.
I saw-
Since his debut, no one in the league's got more goals and assists, and he's got 10 more than the second place. He's
That's
been incredible
ridiculous.
since he signed.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter there was a list of, because obviously football Twitter decides to call him Penandes and all this. He's got more goals from open play than Aubameyang, Lacazette. Trying to think of other players. Werner, Abraham.
It's not even just goals and assists. Though.
Abraham, that's
On the
not hard,
pitch, he's
got more than
he's a
Werner.
leader. On the pitch, he's a leader. He works so hard, and you don't see a lot of attacking midfielders that do put that graft in.
No, that is true. I think he's very
I think
similar.
there's
to
only a
Grealish,
couple
isn't
of-
he?
There's only a couple of
it's not
players.
connection. Howler.
There's only a couple of players that, like, you look at them and you think a team should build their squad around that player. And I think
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes is definitely one of
The
those
thing
players.
as well with that point is the fact he's at arguably the biggest club in the world, and he's been there 1 year, and he's their player that they're building their squad around. That shows how influential he's been and how good he is.
Well, the reason I've got him second and not first is because he can't make Van der Beek be a good player. Van der Beek, I think, to be fair though, I think you could put anyone in the world next to Van der Beek and he'd still be very, very average.
I don't think he's been given enough of a chance.
I've not seen enough of him. I've not seen.
No,
enough
I
of
haven't
him
seen
since
these
for me,
little here and there appearances off the bench aren't enough to judge a
I've-
player yet for me.
For me, I've seen him start twice in the Champions League, watched him both times and thought, average.
For me, I don't know why they signed him in the first place.
Oh,
though.
no,
They
no.
didn't. I didn't feel like they
No.
needed him at the time. They needed arguably another striker or a wing or a centre back. But they've got Pogba, Fernandes, Fred, McTominay, Matic. These are all midfield players. Where does Van der Beek fit in?
Would
Well-
you say he's been the most disappointing thing to come out of Ajax in recent years? As in, like, transfer-wise? Because if you look at it,
You
they've
haven't
sold,
really seen De Ligt do much for Juve though.
Yeah, true.
What
The
difference?
thing is with
does
the
that
thing
make?
is with
I
Van
can't
der
say I
Beek
watch
though.
Serie A that much to even comment on that.
The thing is he's young. He's not. How many Prem games has he started so far?
God,
If I had to
Probably 4
give an
max.
estimated guess, I'd say probably like 3, 4, yeah. Maybe not even 4. I'd
He's
say
started.
2.
Yeah, 2.
Two.
So I would arguably say you cannot pass any kind of judgment on him because watching him play against Spurs, he tore us apart both times. Both times he was
Yeah.
probably the best player on the pitch,
You can,
and that's
you can,
against Premier League opposition.
for me, you can tell if a player's gonna be any good by their first touch, their technique, their decision making. His first touch is okay for a Man United.
but all of those
His
things at
passing and his
Ajax was
decision making
second to
are
none.
terrible. His decision making
At
is
Ajax the whole
terrible.
time, all of those factors were incredible.
But he was next to one of the best midfielders in the world, Frankie De Jong.
He's not done that much at Barca since he's moved.
I think he's done okay though. I think he's done more for them.
Yeah,
than
when
Van
Dan
Dijk.
doesn't like a player, he just doesn't like a player.
Yeah.
The thing is though, you can't. I just really think you can't judge a
you
new
can't pass
signing
judgment on him. Yeah.
from a foreign league after 2 starts in the Prem. I know
What
you've
do you
seen
think
him
of
twice
Havertz?
in the Champions League. They can't pass judgment on
No,
Havertz.
but
He's
even
so
with
young
Havertz,
too.
from even like the second or third episode this season, you man were killing Havertz and Werner. And yeah, especially Werner's been poor, but I don't feel like, especially on Havertz, the man's
The
like
thing
20.
is,
He's very good in the
starts has he
Bundesliga. I'm
made?
not going to kill him.
But for me,
the thing is though, with Werner though, you can see everyone has watched. He's missed the most big chances in the league.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't say,
yeah.
oh,
No,
give
with
him
Werner's
time.
different. Werner's different.
He's
I'm talking
visibly
about. That's why I
been,
said specifically Havertz.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I
exactly.
think
He's visibly
missed
been
chances.
poor.
Missed chances is a
Havertz has
way
made
to judge.
10 starts as well, though.
Oh, fair play.
10 starts is enough to like. That is a lot of starts to.
Missed
To
chances.
not
10
even
starts in the
register
first
out.
season in the Prem, like because man, so much man was writing off Ndombele last season. A lot of Tottenham fans, and I'm thinking, do you man not know that like, okay, out of the starts that Ndombele had last season, yeah, he didn't get a bag of goals and assists, but there were still glimpses that anyone that can appreciate the talent of football is his first touch, his skill of beating players, you know, transitional play. You can tell that he's got something about him. Same way Havertz has got something about him. Yeah, he's not
See,
showing.
I haven't
he's
seen
not lit up the first
glimpses.
season.
Nor have I.
I haven't
Same
seen
with
any
Van der Beek.
glimpses from Havertz.
I know he hasn't played a lot of minutes. I'll have a look how many minutes he's played, but I've watched, I'd say, the majority of that. And he looks like, you judge strikers, like you say, on missed chances. I'm judging a midfielder on, do they find that, the top midfielder
Yeah, but
is he
Werner
going to find
starts
that
every
cutting?
game when he's missed 6 open goals.
Yeah, but
Werner's been
I
poor,
can
poor.
still watch Van der Beek play like, who did he come on against the other? Was it Sheffield United? He was he played about 40 odd minutes. He was terrible. Every single decision he made was the wrong decision. And that for me, that tells me enough about him as a player. Where it's the same with Havertz. He doesn't want to take a risk. You look at Ziyech, has come in straight away, looks like a different kind of player because he takes a risk. Even if it doesn't come off, he'll still plug away. Havertz was pick up the ball, turn around, sideways pass. If you want, they paid 70 million for Harry Winks. You might as well have, because he hasn't shown anything that Harry Winks didn't show me.
For me, I'm gonna judge
72
Havertz a
million
little
they
bit
pay for
more
Havertz.
harshly. I'm gonna judge Havertz a little bit more harshly once the season's completed. See how far they get in the Champions League. See where they finish in the Premier League, and see what impact.
It's like the same reason I don't have certain players in my top 5, because I can't judge them off one season, or in this case, half a season. I can't then judge Van der Beek from playing 10 games, 8 of which he's been subbed on, 2 of which he started, 1 of them he got subbed off in, and he's only played 250 minutes.
Yeah.
But I watched him in the Champions League as well against average teams. I watched him against Istanbul, and he was terrible.
Yeah, but they were all poor in that game. They lost that game. Every single player was poor in that game.
I can still tell if I think a player is going to be any good for 40 million Great British pounds.
Yeah, but you say you can tell if they're going to be any good from their first touch, etc., etc. But when he was at Ajax, the whole time he was at Ajax, he was the best player in the league. He dominated Spurs twice for 2 90-minute games. I'm not guaranteed Kaz will say the same. He was the best player on the pitch, arguably, apart from Ziyech.
Yeah, he was.
I thought Ziyech was the best player on the pitch.
But Van der Beek, if he wasn't the best, not far off. He was incredible. Yeah. He scored their goal in the first leg. And
maybe it's the move then, but I mean,
it might be the move.
That's
but
the goal in the first leg.
No, it was Van der Beek because he took it round.
I thought it was like he popped out to him on the edge of the box.
Oh yeah, the Lit scored the header, the first goal,
the header in the second leg. Yeah. But my thing's always been, I can't judge a player until he's played more than a season, because if he finishes this season and flops again, fair enough, you can judge him. He's been poor then, but he's played, like I said, 250 minutes. It's not enough to judge a player.
I mean, on that case, I'll guarantee you by the end of the season, you'll say to me, "Yeah, he's shit."
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Or it's a waste.
Fair
enough. I'm not here saying, "Oh, he's gonna come great. He's gonna come great." I'm just saying, I'm not gonna judge him now.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, if at the end of the season he's not improved, then it's not even like a chance for you to turn around and be like, "I told you." Because I'm not said that he's gonna be great. I'm just saying I'm gonna give him time.
I am gonna judge him now. He's a Dutch Harry Winks. Number 1, I've got KDB.
I forgot we were even still in the list. KDB. How did we get to? How did we get so low? I've also got KDB. Yeah.
KDB's been the best number 10 in the Prem for the last four years or so.
Yeah.
At least.
Like I said,
I don't know. Yeah. I think David Silva's
been
probably,
of course, but he's no longer there.
No, but that's what I mean. For the last 4 years, because obviously David Silva was still there, like 4 years ago. So I reckon I'd say David Silva was better than KDB when he was at City.
Yeah, but I think you could argue.
Obviously, KDB's younger, so I think he's going to surpass him.
Yeah, I think De Bruyne has got the ability to surpass his legacy. I mean, like I said last week, because I had him in the other list, he could be top of box to box, top of attacking midfielders, top of whatever list we put him in, because he's an incredible player. But I've got Bruno first, obviously, because I haven't got KDB in this one.
I can't think of a more
Fair enough.
versatile footballer in world football than KDB.
He can play anywhere.
Yeah, he actually can play.
Yeah, he could
I know.
literally
play on the
play
wing.
anywhere.
I
Play
know
on
it
the
was
wing.
against Blues on Sunday,
full
but he
snap.
was literally every single time he picks up the ball, he hits a 70-yard pass around our back four. And I'll go
Yeah, the
from
thing is, though,
watching
with
like,
De Bruyne, he does that against everyone.
but yeah, I'll go from watching
Everyone
like
he
who played attacking like Louis Sibley for Derby, who's just an average footballer, and then I watched this guy pick the ball up and bend one with the outside of his foot round our back four, and I was like, "What's the? We might as well have just called it a 3-0 and moved on, not played." He's the best footballer I've ever seen play against Blues by a mile, and I've seen Ronaldo, not in his prime, for granted, but Ronaldo, Rooney.
Well, when he was at
etc.
United.
Yeah. And he's
I'd
the
say the best player I've ever
against
seen
Blues.
play against us is probably Bale, to be honest. I remember, what was that? Did you have like a grey and black kit with like a yellow?
Yeah, the Under Armour kit.
And he literally like cut inside, bent,
Yeah,
like,
I
didn't even
remember that.
bend it. He just thundered it right into the top left hand corner. And
That's the thing with Bale. Like, his technique back then was, if you let him cut inside, 90% of the times he shoots, it goes in.
I missed the real Bale.
I'd say, him and Hazard are probably the best players I've ever seen.
This guy that came back is not Gareth Bale.
This new guy that came back and played half an hour against Marine.
Well, I told you, man. He's a Premier League badders. All his highlights are coming on and tying his hair back.
Right. I mean that pretty much concludes the list, doesn't it? So we'll move on to
pretty much conclude it, Dan. It does conclude it.
We'll move on to the personal review. The personal review will go straight to Spurs, because me and Jamie have got things to rant about for the second week running. Charlie.
We beat Marine in the cup as expected. Good performance from some of our youngsters. Jack Clark, Alfie Devine scored on his debut. That was nice to see. 16-year-old. It's nice to find out a manager that takes the cup somewhat seriously. If you look at the lineup that we started, it showed a lot of respect to Marine and to the competition. And obviously in the next round we've got Wycombe Wanderers, and then if we beat them, we're most likely going to have Everton. So not a bad run to get into the quarterfinals.
To be fair, Wycombe are a good team. I can say that from experience. We had a tough game against them, lost 2-1.
I mean, in fairness, Akinfenwa will probably score from a set piece, header from a corner. I won't be surprised, but we definitely got enough to beat Wycombe, and I can see us then beating Everton in the fifth round, providing Mourinho takes it seriously, as I'm sure he will.
Do you reckon you could do both domestic cups?
I think it's more than possible.
That's a decent little season if you get both domestic cups. Maybe you're over.
I mean, realistically, that's our best season in 30 years.
The strangest treble ever.
I'm not gonna get excited here, but that's what I'm saying. We could do the treble: FA Cup, League Cup, and Europa. I think we're favourites for the Europa.
I mean, I was expecting
Jose's first full season.
So many better teams to drop down from the Champions League, but they didn't in the end.
I'm trying to think who's in it.
There is a few decent teams in Europa still, but
I think United are our biggest.
I think AC, Leicester, United, Arsenal, Napoli.
It's the English teams that are the ones to worry about. Really. Arsenal, form again. Arsenal, United, Leicester, Spurs are the four that I think.
I can see a United Spurs final.
Yeah,
it's just
that'd be a great final as well.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a United Spurs final in the Carabao, because I feel like it'd have been a bit more.
That's a good question. I don't know where it is. Have they announced it yet?
Yeah, I think so. I want to have a look.
Where was it? Was it Madrid last year?
We might be able to go regardless.
Was it Baku? No, Baku was the year before.
Baku was the year before.
Was it?
Was it?
It was in Germany, wasn't it, last year?
I'm pretty sure
Baku was
Chelsea one. Yeah. I thought it was, for some reason, was Madrid this year.
Yeah, it might be.
I don't know why I've got that idea in my head.
Poland. Gdansk.
Oh, I'm not going back there. Fuck.
That's unreal.
Listen, I learned my lesson about going places like that. I'm not going back there.
Yeah, I mean, like Cab said, Marine was a game that I was never expecting to come on this podcast and talk about a loss after So it's kind of just it was good to watch, like Cab said, players like Devine, Jack Clark get another chance, because
It's good to watch Joe Hart get worried by an 8th tier player.
yeah, I mean, Joe Hart, I don't know why he still plays him over Gazaniga, man. Honestly, Gazaniga showed so much when he came into the side. I don't know what season it was when Lloris got injured.
Wasn't it last season?
But for me, the reason
And season before.
I'm not going to back his case, the reason I'm not going to back Paolo's case to the end is because that goal he conceded against Chelsea was like Paolo. So
yeah, I'm not going to back
that
into the
against one
point
of our
where
biggest rivals.
I'm not going to back into the point where I ride for either second choice keeper. It's just I don't know why he's now got this Joe Hart fetish. He's come in and suddenly
it's odd, isn't it? It is odd.
He's just straight away our second choice every single game.
When we signed Joe Hart, we was all under the impression he'll be our third choice, but good for the dressing room, homegrown player and all of that. But for him to come and start Europa League games and cup games is not what any of us expected. And even in them few games, he's shown that he's very, very poor.
He's shown me that I'm glad we got Etheridge instead of him.
Yeah, I would have loved Neil instead, Big Neil.
Jamie?
Where do you start, really?
Counselling session
I was that disinterested for the game on Saturday that I didn't even watch the first half an hour. And then I stumbled into the living room, saw it was on, so I thought, I don't know what, I'll watch it.
Plastic fan, isn't
I can't even say, I don't know whether we were the better team, so I'm not even going to say at least we played well, because we probably didn't. The thing that really put the nail in the coffin for me is when Romain Sawyers came on in probably about the 70th minute, and he was absolutely awful. He was shocking. He was literally getting bullied by League One midfielders. He just needs to go. It's time to go.
He's got to go.
It really is.
He
is awful. I don't know how anyone can possibly defend him. He's shocking. He's
got a good goal
absolutely
either way,
shocking.
though.
I've never seen a player look so disinterested to play football for his boyhood club. It's just, oh man, it really does grind my gears. If I was a professional footballer, I made it as a professional footballer, and I played for West Brom, I'd be putting everything into every game, and for him to be walking around the pitch, jogging around the pitch like he doesn't even want to be there. It's just a kick in the bollocks for fans.
Yeah,
I understand
It really
that.
is.
And how many players have you got there that look like they want to play for you at the moment?
No, because there is players that do. Then they give a lot to each game, but they're just not good enough to do anything with it. That's what the problem is.
Yeah,
but with Sawyers,
vouch for you there.
With Sawyers, he probably does have that core ability to be a decent player, but he's just not interested to be a good player, because he probably does have the ability. I think when he was at Brentford, he was regarded as one of the best players in the championship.
Yeah, he definitely was.
When he was a number 10 for Brentford, he was out. I remember loads of people saying that why the hell did West Brom let him go? Because he's turned out to be a class player, and then we got him back, and he's been our worst player, and that's difficult because we've got a lot of bad players.
I mean, to be fair, it shows because they replaced him with Josh Da Silva, and we all watched Josh Da Silva against Spurs.
Josh Da Silva's class.
Yeah, he was a very, very good player.
Last season, he was a class player as well.
And you think they got him on a free?
And do you know what they get from? Prefer
Arsenal
over Sawyers?
Yeah.
Jensen that plays for him as well.
Yeah, Jensen's
he's a very good
better.
player.
Jensen and Norgard are probably the best midfield pairing I've seen in the Championship in a long time. It's very rare that you see that many full internationals in a Championship team.
The problem is when we play Brentford, we always beat them, so none of their better players ever turn up against us.
Yeah, I'm back onto the shit show that's West Brom. Like I said to you before the game, I wouldn't have cared if it was our second string team, a couple of kids playing. I wouldn't have gave two shits, but the fact that it was pretty much our first 11,
that's what makes
minus
it
a striker. Fair enough, we didn't have a striker playing. There wasn't a striker in the whole squad.
Wasn't Pereira or?
He was our false nine. Yeah, he was a false nine.
So you think you've got your best
There wasn't
player?
one striker in the entire 18-man squad. or however bloody players turned up. I don't know. Is there more in the cup? But yeah, not one
you
one
get
striker
9.
in the entire squad.
You get 9 subs in
So
the cup.
that what were we expecting? We can't score anyway. Never mind without a striker.
Who are the strikers in your squad? Holland, Grant, and then yours.
Robinson, Kanu, Austin, but Austin's gone.
He's gone to Reading,
QPR.
QPR.
Gone back to QPR. Gone back to QPR. Yeah. And I've seen QPR fans replying to the tweet saying like announce playoffs and all this, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ.
Thing is, though, in the
They've
championship for a team
They
like
have
that,
got
they're going to get
another
excited.
thing coming. No, but they think that they're signing the QPR, the Austin that they
Yeah, I
had
know.
before.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, to be
They're
fair,
not expecting a one-need Austin to join them back.
to be fair,
An
Jamie,
Austin that can't run, that can't stand up, that when he runs, he looks like he's going to fall over himself.
I said I can't stand up.
Jamie, last year, me and you both watched Charlie Austin in the 3-2. We were 2-1
Yeah,
up. Arguably the
That's
better
the
team.
best
He
thing he
comes
did
on.
for us. That's the best thing he's done for us for 2 seasons, Dan. That's the only thing he's done for us.
Again, I can only judge him off the game I watched. He came on. We were the better team. He turns around and smashes it in the top corner from 35 yards, and then scores again. It was unbelievable.
But Dan, you didn't watch him for 46 games.
That is true.
48 games, however many games there are. He was absolutely dreadful.
The thing is, though,
I'm
with
glad
that
that he's
game,
gone back to QPR because QPR love him, so I'm glad that he's gone back there. 'Cause I do like Charlie Austin as a person. I think he's a stand-up bloke.
Oh yeah,
He
me
doesn't-
too.
Obviously, he's been media trained, but he doesn't really give a shit about any of that. He'll speak his mind, which I like about Austin. But he's not very.
the thing is with the West Brom Blackpool game, as much as West Brom fans will say they don't care about the cup because obviously staying up's their biggest priority, which is fair enough. But when you put your full strength 11 out against a League One team, there's no excuse in any competition.
That's what I
no
said.
excuse
I don't
at
care.
all.
I don't care about the cup, but the fact that it was our start, it was our pretty much strongest 11, and we lost. It's not as if we were unlucky to lose. We lost the game. We were not the better team, and that's embarrassing. That is an absolute embarrassment.
Does that
And
show you
Blackpool
where
aren't
you
even
are
one
as
of
a
the better
club,
teams in League One.
What'd you say, Dan?
Does that show you where you are as a team right now, though?
It does, yeah, but then you look at Crawley beating Leeds 3-0 with Leeds is pretty
True.
much full strength squad.
True.
And I'm not saying, oh well, the fact that Leeds lost, we've got nothing to worry about. 'Cause we've got a lot of things to worry about. But we lost that game because of how we're playing at the minute and the form we're under, and the fact that none of our players want to play for the manager that's in charge. Leeds lost the game because they're Leeds and they lose games, they win games. But we lost because we don't want to play for that manager. I don't know if you saw at the end of the game, I replied to a tweet. It was the players after the game in like a huddle.
Oh yeah.
Without
Mhm.
Allardyce wasn't
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of the huddle. And my dad, well, I don't know,
You were
my
saying
dad
this
obviously,
before as well.
my dad's a bit clueless about football, but he said that he thinks it's like a stance against Allardyce.
I won't be
But
surprised.
It could be.
it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think players would get in a huddle and be like, we've got to go against our manager. It's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Whether it's
No,
whether
they've
it's a,
got to
whether it's a
show
huddle
their
saying like,
solidarity.
yeah,
despite-
whether it's a huddle saying like, look, we don't like the way that he plays, all this, like we don't like him as a manager, whatever, but we still need to like get through it and try and stay up and put up a fight.
Yeah.
Whether it was something like that, then fair enough. But to me, it just looked like it was something for the cameras, and it was like, why would you get in a huddle after losing to a League One team? What's the point? Do it in the changing room. If you want to speak about it, do it in the changing room instead of doing it in the middle of the pitch. Like, what's it going to do?
We
Doing
did the
anything for
same.
anyone?
We did the same about 3 years ago. We were literally, I think, just before Redknapp came in, we were 3 games away from going down. We just drawn to the bottom of the league away, and all the fans were in the away end fighting each other. The players went to do a huddle on the pitch, and then 2 of our players had a fight on the halfway line. And
Well,
nothing's
obviously-
changed.
At least they didn't come tap for us.
Jukovic and Emiliano and Sue, who now plays in Cyprus, were had like a push and a shove in front of all the fans, and then I watched 2 fans have a fight on a bus on the way home. It was
Yeah,
an
my last
incredible day.
thing on West Brom is the Matthias Pereira situation. There's been speculation the last week or so that he's not happy playing for the club, and that he's apparently like around the training ground he's just really down and like gloomy. Whereas last season he was like a player that walked in the room and everyone would be smiling, like lifted. Apparently he's just not happy playing for us at the minute, but obviously he came out today and said that the reason he's not happy is because of the form run there, the results, the fact that we're not getting positive results. But he's pretty much put the speculation to bed. But there is still reports going on that the unhappiness is because of contract talks that have stalled, apparently. I think he must have been asking for a hell of a lot of money, and our owners have kind of just said like, well, no, because you haven't shown us that you're worth that much money for us.
He hasn't, to be fair.
He hasn't.
He did last season, but he hasn't this season.
My argument is
so
that
we're talking about 40-50 mil.
My argument is that he's the only Premier League player in this squad. So for him to be demanding a Premier League player wage is fair enough.
Yeah,
That's true. But
whether we go down or not, he's a Premier League player, and you can't deny that. He's better than a lot of players in this league.
In his mind, he can see that you're going to go down, and it takes a deluded fan or an extreme optimist to say that he can't even have that in his mind. So he will be looking at
of course.
moving on.
Of course.
Let me just go back quickly. I think both of you, Jamie and Charlie, said, I can't remember who we were speaking about last week. You said you can't be called a Premier League player if you haven't done it in the Prem. Pereira's not done it in the Prem.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Because you're arguing.
Was you that said that?
You're arguing with me about
Who's that about?
No,
I
he said that.
that.
I haven't said that. I haven't said that Pereira is a Prem player.
Oh,
I just said that Pereira
we were talking about Ivan Toney. We were talking about
If you've been playing in League One,
we were talking about
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your point was
just because he played. Jamie Vardy played in League.
It doesn't change your point. It doesn't change your point. Your point was.
So you're saying that as a technical player, as the player he is, he's not better than some players.
This is not about what I'm saying. This is about the point you made was.
Well, that's what I just said. That is literally what I just said. I literally just said. Technically, he's better than some players in this league. That's what I just said.
But I think Ivan Toney's technically better than some players in the Prem. But you've clearly.
That's your opinion, then. That's your opinion. I don't.
Yeah, I feel like you have to stay. I feel like you have to stay consistent because you said obviously Toney hasn't played a single game, so you can't judge him on being a Prem player. But Pereira has played games and he hasn't shown it. So then you have to say that
he hasn't shown it. But he has shown instances where he could.
I feel like
Premier League player.
He's good enough. He's good enough for a Premier League team to come in and want him. But I'm saying that he hasn't proved that he is a player that can make a difference.
In our pre-season,
you say he hasn't proved to me, but I said when we go down, I think we could keep him, and you were like, no chance. There's no chance you're keeping him.
No,
that's what you said to me. Okay, so where do you think he'll go? Do you think he'll stay in the Premier League?
He could go abroad. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's more than likely he will go
Fiorentina or I don't know, someone foreign who's not at the top of the top, but near enough.
So you don't think any Premier League clubs will come in for him?
I think they might, but it depends how much he wants to go to. Say, I don't know who would take him. Who needs a 10 at the moment? Who needs?
There's no one in the top. No one that would finish in the top half.
But he hasn't proved to anyone that he can play at the level.
I'm not saying that he's a top half of the Premier League player. I'm just saying he's a Premier League player.
I'm not
he's better than players that play for like.
No, what I'm saying is
players that play at Brighton, Palace. He's better than.
But are Brighton going to pay 30-40 million for him? No.
Also,
he might not be worth 30-40 million.
Why would he want to stay in the Prem?
I think.
Why would he want to stay in the Prem if he's not going to push for a team that's of a considerably higher level than West Brom? If he can go and play for a team that's finishing 3rd, 4th, 5th in a different top 5 league, he will do that. So I feel like he's a player that would be more comfortable playing abroad anyway.
He definitely.
And there isn't anyone at the minute.
No,
there isn't anyone in the Prem.
He could have done that
top
last season.
That will want him at the minute. He could have. But why would you want to do that? Because he arguably, with the Yangana, got you promoted. why would he not want to at least stay for a season and see what the Premier League's like? Why would he just then jump ship?
Yeah.
There's no reason to.
100%.
No, but
Also,
what?
I
Say
had him
that
as your
again. Say that again.
Grealish at the pre-season. I had him as your Grealish, like the star who might give you a chance of keeping you up. So far, he's shown me
No, but
absolutely
Dan,
nothing.
No,
Yeah, exactly,
Villa had a far better squad than we have this season. Last season, their squad was far better.
It was,
That's
but
true. What?
I still think
we literally have 10 Championship players playing alongside him, and there's no arguing that. Villa had players in that squad that were good enough to play in this league.
they had more players that were good enough. I still didn't think they had any sort of Premier League
They
talent
didn't have
aside
world beaters,
McGinn.
no. They didn't
McGinn.
have world beaters, but even McGinn, exactly.
They had
That's already
McGinn, but I'm trying to think who
already
else.
another class player that he was playing alongside.
McGinn
Pereira's literally been playing alongside Jake Livermore and Romain Sawyers.
Conor Gallagher's a Premier League footballer.
Yeah, okay, one player.
But I can only think of McGinn.
One player. So
I
you're
can only
saying
think of McGinn for Villa.
Okay, so who else did they have last season?
El
that
Mohamed,
they didn't? Mings, Premier League player. Konsa,
lower level Premier League player. Konsa wasn't a Premier League player last season.
The thing is, saying that Konsa and Mings make a difference to Grealish's how he performs as an attacking player isn't really that much of a valid argument, in my opinion.
They're defenders. They defend.
Gilbert, not Premier League.
Defenders,
El Mohamed, not Premier League. Courtney Hawes,
yeah,
not
the thing is, though,
Matt Target, not Premier League.
That you say that Mings and Konsa are Premier League players, but when Grealish is attacking, he doesn't even think about what they're doing behind him. He's concentrating on scoring goals. They're concentrating on keeping them out.
Yeah, but in the same sense, Grealish didn't have to track back like Pereira does. Pereira
doesn't matter
has to track back to how bad we are defensively.
If they're keeping out goals, then it's the onus on Grealish to carry. But they were leaking goals last season. They almost went down.
Yeah, and then until the restart, they had the best defense in the league.
But before the restart, they had the worst defense in the league statistically.
Yeah,
but that's swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
How many games was it after the restart? Less than 10 games.
Yeah, it was 9 games. So 29 games. They were the worst defensive team in the league.
But they still had better Premier League defenders than we have.
They've been better this season because they brought Barkley in, who's a ridiculoly good signing for a team finishing that low down.
Full English international.
They bought a decent striker in finally. Grealish had Wesley in front of him, and he got 8 assists. That is ridiculous. Wesley's one of the worst £22 million signings I've seen since they signed Darren Bent.
Dan, I just don't get how you can say that Ivan Toney's a Premier League player, but Pereira isn't. I don't get how you can say that.
I said by your standings, Pereira shouldn't be a Premier League player because you don't think Toney is. I think Pereira is a Premier League player. But by your judgment, your judgment was that if you haven't done it in the Prem,
you have to stay consistent.
And Pereira
what you said last week.
Yeah. Exactly. That was my
yeah.
For me, Pereira's a Premier League player. By a mile, by a long stretch, he's far better than some of the players in the Prem at the moment.
But that's exactly.
But could you then say that? But could you then also just say that they're not Premier League players?
Well, no, because they've been in the Premier League for a considerable
but they're not
of
a Premier League standard. You look at teams like Brighton.
Well, they must be if they've been in the Premier League for this amount of seasons and they're still there.
But it takes like 3 or 4 points each season for them to go down.
So for you, Jamie, is Chris Basham a Premier League centre back? Did it in the Prem last season. Finished 9th.
One season.
If
I'm
Pereira got,
no wait. I just said players that have been in the Premier League for a considerable amount of seasons, and I'm talking about players that play for like Palace. And the teams I said were Palace, Brighton. Who else did I say? Southampton.
So
players like James MacArthur, who's been in the Premier League for more than 2 seasons, and he's still in the Premier League playing for a Premier League team.
So for you,
which makes him a Premier League player.
Eze isn't a Premier League player for you now. Can't be.
No, I didn't say that. When did I say that?
By your standard,
how can he not?
He's only played 15 games.
But I've just said Pereira's a Premier League player.
So what you're saying is
you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Completely skewed.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I said he's better than players. No, I said he's better than players that have been playing in the Premier League for a considerable amount of seasons. And you said, What? So is Chris Basham not a Premier League player? He's played in the Premier League for one season.
So he's not a let me.
Well, no, because he hasn't shown.
Though,
No, because he hasn't shown that he's a Premier League defender.
They kept
the thing is, though, with
with
players like you mentioned, like James MacArthur, if James MacArthur tomorrow signed for, I don't know, Swansea, I wouldn't be surprised. Like players like that, as much as because they play in the Premier League, they're Premier League level.
And he's been playing in the Premier League for how many seasons?
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean
that you're backing up my whole point then, because I'm saying Pereira is better than players like that who have been in the Premier League for that long.
No, but what I'm saying is you said that they're Premier League players, but I wouldn't be surprised if they move to the Championship, because I don't think just because they play in the Premier League, I don't think it means that they're of a Premier League standard. That's the difference.
So what? Okay,
the
so
difference
what does
between
a Premier League player constitute to you? How can you
ability? For me, it's all down to ability.
Okay, and Charlie, through ability, Pereira's not a Premier League player.
But for me, it's ability and influence on their team. Influence on their team is a big one.
For me, Pereira is a Premier League player. I'm talking like your judgment of players is completely skewed because you think Eze and Pereira are, but they've only played half a season each, whereas you think. No, isn't, but he was the best.
Even Eze's shown enough. Eze's shown enough to show that he can do it in the Prem.
Dan, you always bang on about technique and technical ability.
No, I think they are. I think they are Premier League players.
I'm not saying that you're saying that they're not. I'm saying technical ability comes into it. So that's why I'm saying they are. I'm not saying they are because they've been in the Premier League for 15 games. I'm saying purely technical ability, they're Premier League players. What don't you understand about that?
I don't understand your judgment of Premier League players now. I'm completely...
Jamie, what he's saying is because last week...
He's saying because Chris Basham has played in the Premier League for a season, I'm saying he's a Premier League player.
He didn't just play in it, though. They did finish ninth.
He's saying that last week you said that Ivan Toney couldn't be a Premier League player because he hasn't done it in the Premier League. But you're saying Pereira hasn't done it in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's literally the point.
That was the original point.
Dan's point is that you need to be consistent with what he said last week and this week, even though it's because it's your club's player. I think that's what he was getting at.
Purely technical ability. I don't think Tony's a Premier League player.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But also, I was looking at Pereira's stats, and he's played 1,000 games. Not 1,000 games. He's played 1,000 minutes. 1,000 minutes. 1,000 minutes, and he scored 1 goal, got 3 assists. And they're numbers for a player that plays in the Premier League, but not a player
for a championship team.
I have to argue.
You can't use statistics for a player that's playing with 10
Ivan Sanchez. Ivan Sanchez has got 1 goal, 3 assists for us, but you three have all watched him and said, yeah, he's too good for you. Like. But like, if I was just a random neutral fan. But I'm saying he should be playing at a better level than us. Pereira should be playing at a better level than West Brom. But I was saying he's got 1 goal, 3 assists. You all have watched.
I don't think Sanchez is a Prem player.
No, nor do I.
We're not saying
better than what we are.
No, I don't think though.
He can play for a team competing for playoffs.
My point is you can't look at just stats to judge a player, because if I was a
we're not though.
And looked at 1 goal
none of
this
us
season,
none of us do.
No one said that we just looked at stats. I was just bringing that up as one example to back my point.
But
we've all seen Pereira's been god awful this season, and it's not a debate. He's been poor.
I can't. Even if he plays, he hasn't shown a couple of glimpses in some games where he's looked like he's still a creative player.
A Premier League team isn't going to sign a player off a couple of glimpses. He's more likely going to go to a player in Syria, Ligue 1, try and make his name at a team of a better standard in a better league, and then come back to the Prem. He's not going to do numbers like that in the Prem, and then a team that isn't a team that could go down, like Brighton or Burnley. You'll have a bit of that. That's better.
My argument was never that he's good enough for a top 10 club, though. I'm just saying he's good enough to be in the Premier League if we're not.
No, I know what you're saying, but if he goes to a club that's in the Premier League, he goes to a club that could go down. He goes to a club of a similar outlook to you. So that doesn't make him a Premier League standard player.
Probably.
That makes him a player.
Jamie, do you still believe he's worth 40
down the divisions?
But Cabs, that's like saying you think that's like Charlie telling me that he thinks Dele Alli was worth. To me, he is, because he's our player.
To the club.
Me and Dan were arguing on Twitter.
So Charlie's saying that he reckons he's only will go to a team that's fighting for survival in the Prem, or one of them type of teams going to pay 40 mil for Pereira.
Well, no, but that's what I think he's worth to our club. That's not me saying that. That's what he's going to go.
It's what you want. It's what you want from him if you was to sell him, not what he's worth.
Yeah, that's what I'd want.
But
Yeah,
in
that's
in terms of market value, in terms of
if you had to
if
put
I'm being
a
honest,
number,
if I had to put a number on him, if he was to leave us at the end of the season to a Premier League club,
you would want 40 mil. Okay.
I think he's worth 40 mil to us. He wouldn't go for any more than 25 million.
the thing is though, if West Brom then say we want 40 million for this player, everyone's just going to go no. We can get much better options elsewhere.
But then that benefits us. That benefits us then, because we get to keep him for a season.
But then
he's then going to say, "I want to leave." Then you're going to end up going down, and it'll end up Jay Shaw.
He's going to start refusing to play. He's already said he's not happy.
He's not going to refuse to play. That's not saying Ismail Sarr would refuse to play because he got refused to move to Man U. He didn't refuse to play. He's playing for him now in the Championship, scoring for him.
He's still on his way up.
He'll go in, Jan.
How do you know that he might not in 2 weeks say, "Yeah"?
Oh, Charlie, sorry, I haven't got my mystic ball, so I don't know.
That's 2 weeks. So you were talking about 4 years earlier. This is 2 weeks. This is now this season.
My mystic ball.
This is this season we're talking about.
Yeah, he has done you there, though, Charles.
Yeah, I did him earlier. He's using my jokes. He needs to get rid of the jokes.
I mean, before we go on to the game.
Oh, we still got to talk about Blues, for fuck's sake.
I mean, you all watched the game apart from Charlie.
Yeah.
And it might be the only time I'm positive for the next 4 months.
Just erase the first half from your memory.
Yeah,
and then just.
I only watched, I only watched 45 minutes, I think, and you know, what I saw was
it was finished 0-0.
What I saw was a team, fighting against relegation in the Championship versus a team challenging for the title. Couldn't tell which one was which, to be fair. Jeremy Bella ripped Cancelo a new one, as did Jonathan Lecco. And speaking of Jonathan Lecco, a team that let him go might have done with him now.
Oh,
I mean, Jonathan Lecco wouldn't even get onto our bench, Dan, to be honest. So
you did just lose to Blackpool, though.
Yeah, but he still wouldn't get on our bench.
I think he's better than Krasicki.
I don't think he is.
He's probably better than Pereira.
Okay.
He's probably better than Pereira.
Lecco done it in the Prem.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm quite happy. I mean, I've got nothing to talk about. I've like let out all my energy on arguing with Jamie about Matthias Pereira to even bother talking about the shit show of the club. We have been sold to Oriental Rainbow. I don't know who. Does that mean that us two are
going to be playing at the Oriental Rainbow St Andreas Stadium? Oh Jesus!
So we've been sold now. The only thing I want to talk about is our financial difficulties. We've been sold twice to 2 different owners within the last 2 weeks, and apparently our owner's been taken to court over an outstanding debt again for the 3rd time. And an article came out saying if we don't sort ourselves out, we're going to be a sinking ship within the next 2 months. So that concludes the first review. To end on a really positive note. We'll see you in a minute for the game.
I need to get some points on the board, for fuck's sake.
That was a good way to start the recording, actually.
Oh, I didn't realise you started.
That was quality. Yeah, we're bringing the game back to the podcast. Charlie's going to go first this week. So, Charlie, what is your topic?
Right. So, I've got from the top 6 teams, their most expensive 11. So each of them has their 3 most expensive defenders, 4 most expensive midfielders, 3 most expensive attackers. So, for example, Manchester United have obviously got their most expensive 11. There's 3 Man United defenders, 4 Man United midfielders, 3 Man United attackers since the Premier League formed. And you have to go through, obviously, each team, any of their record signers in each position.
That's a good one, still. Are we Dan, me, Jamie?
Yeah, if you want. So, Jamie,
Yeah, can do.
it's the most expensive 11 for the top 6 teams. So
you're just
say-
naming their players pretty much.
yeah, it's just so say
Yeah,
I'll
if
start.
you
I'll
think
go.
they're
I'll
a
go.
record signing. in
I'll
this
say
position.
Kepa, and he's obviously Chelsea's lineup.
Is that your starting?
Yeah, I'll go with Kepa.
So yeah, he's Chelsea's most expensive keeper.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Grady Diangana.
No, top
Top
6
six, bro. Top
teams.
six.
Oh, I didn't hear you say top
teams.
6. I didn't hear you say top 6.
He's out. I Charlie, he's out. Like,
Nah, let him off.
Oh, Pepe. Nicholas Pepe.
Yeah.
Paul, Labille, Pogba.
Ruben Diaz.
I don't know if this was
Um,
updated.
Yeah, it won't have been
No,
updated.
it weren't
it
updated,
is.
but I'll give it you.
Gabriel Jesus.
He's definitely not on there. Man City's front
No.
threes.
No.
Oh, I thought it's just striker, isn't it? It's just most expensive striker.
Yeah, but it's in a
Nah,
free
I'll go
for
front-
I said it was 3 defenders, 4 midfielders, 3 attackers. So
That's
not
a howler.
necessarily a striker,
Oh,
not necessarily fullback.
That's a howler.
So yeah.
I think he's just lost his head at the Ferreira argument. He's completely given way.
I couldn't really think of anyone. So I'll just,
Riyad Mahrez.
what is it is.
Yeah.
Rodri.
Yeah.
Raheem
50 odd mil,
Sterling.
it's gotta be.
Yeah.
Tongi and Dombele.
Fraud.
You bitter little man.
Kai Havertz. He won't be on there, I don't think, but
Yeah, he is.
oh, he is. Sweet.
Giovanni Lo Celso.
Seen your most
Yeah.
expensive?
Yeah, he is.
How much is he? 25?
Something. 54 mil.
32.
I was going to say, I didn't think you paid 50.
40, I think.
It might have been 40 mil
with
euros.
add-ons and that,
40 mil's a lot for him. Though. I thought you paid like 25.
No, initially it was meant to be about 50, but Levy done a masterclass and
He did that
got
with
it down
Vinicius.
because
Either way,
he signed
either way.
him on loan.
He's on there.
Oh, yeah, he did loan spy, didn't you? I'm trying to think of defenders. John Stones? Get your hands up like you're the ref.
I'm afraid
Is he not on there?
he's not on the list, no.
50 mil?
So let me. So
for me to win
Cabs obviously
it,
already
for me
said.
to win it, Kyle Walker.
Oh, he obviously it's going to be on there. Oh, he might not be.
No.
Ah!
No.
He's had a howler.
How is Kyle Walker not there more? Oh,
Is it Cancelo?
Back four.
Cancelo?
Right,
No,
what
back
more expensive
three.
right back
No,
at it?
it's 3-4-3.
3-4-3. Cancelo,
Why are we
Diaz,
doing that?
Mendy.
Oh,
I
cool,
gave-
cool, cool.
I
I
gave
get
him Diaz
another chance.
because he is
I
their
get
No,
most
we both
expensive.
get another chance then because it was both our round.
Wait, listen. I said I gave him Diaz because he is their most expensive defender, but he's not on the list because obviously hasn't updated. But Walker signed ages ago; he's not on the list, and Stones isn't either. So carry on.
So
from Dan.
resets.
Yeah, carry on.
All right, Benjamin Mendy.
Yeah,
Aymeric Laporte.
Yeah.
Oh, Laporte, obviously. Oh no, Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Of course, bro. Of course.
there's a lot of big money signings.
Yeah, I feel like we forgot about quite a few. We focused on City, Spurs, and Chelsea pretty much.
Oh, did someone say Havertz?
Yeah, I said Havertz.
Oh, you did. Is Timo Werner not the most expensive striker? He's 50 odd mil.
Yeah, he's on there.
So in that case, Christian Pulisic. He was more expensive than Werner.
And how much was he? Are
56.
you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Someone Google this.
He's not on this list.
Who?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's looking at it.
I can't ask who's on the list, but let me. He was 56 mil.
If he's more than the three of us,
Chelsea
then I'll
have
give it to you.
signed Borussia Dortmund forward for 58 million.
So are you going to give that to me?
Give me 1 sec. Let me get back to the list.
I swear they paid 50
So,
for Werner.
say 56.
58.
Is that?
If it's in euros, that's 64 mil.
The thing is though, if I put, he is more expensive than Werner, but then that takes Werner out of the list.
But he's but he's more
But
expensive.
Werner is on the list. I know he is. I know
If
that's
I
what I'm
don't get
saying.
that is absolutely fraudulent.
Man, I'm not saying that you won't get it. I'm just saying that if he is,
I'm happy then.
I'll just give it you both because Werner is on my list.
No, you can
So
have
I'll just
Werner.
give it to Cavs.
I'm not bothered about
Yeah,
Werner.
but Werner. If the thing is, Pulisic isn't on the list, but if he is, Werner isn't. That's what I'm saying.
Who made
So
the
we got-
list? Who made the list? Call them out.
It's Sporkle.
No. Oh, cool.
It's a
So we're
Sporkle.
going again then,
Yeah.
Dan. I said Dan's go.
No, I've said Pulisic.
Oh, Alisson.
Oh,
Yeah.
Diogo Jota,
How much was he?
42.
Yeah.
No.
They didn't pay. They paid 28 for Salah. Something. It was less than they paid for Jota.
No, it was more than that.
For
But
Salah.
yeah, I'll give you Jota here.
Lukaku.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. That I didn't realise he signed for that much.
Yeah, he was
Bloody hell.
expensive.
Was it like 70? When he like 70 odd mil?
84.7.
Salah's on for 34 mil, you know.
Jesus.
Less than. It's ridiculous. Thomas Partey. He won't be on there, but
How much was he?
what, 45?
40 odd.
Yeah.
Davinson Sanchez.
That's embarrassing. He's your most expensive centre back.
Horrific.
Yeah, but Arsenal haven't signed many like big defenders, have they? Mustafi.
Yeah.
See, for Spurs, what we're saying, you've done 3-4-3 for all the teams. Is that 4 in midfield any type of midfielder, or is it?
Yeah, it's any type of
specific?
defender, any type of midfielder, any type of attacker.
So, Eric Lamela or Musa Sissoko? Eric Lamela.
Eric Lamella's as an attacker on here, but yeah, he's on there.
Oh, in that case, Musa Sissoko.
Yeah.
Oh, you can fuck off. I want to say Angel Di Maria.
Yeah, he'll definitely be on there. Didn't they pay like 66 or something for him?
Yeah, 75 on here.
Jesus.
My guy. Big up
And
Angel.
you said to me that wasn't a waste of money. We won't get into
No,
that
it's a good
debate.
sign.
We're not doing this again because this will take up an entire episode. Charlie, get the thing.
Yeah.
Already? What, just because he's told
Yeah, you
you
have
to?
been.
What do you mean?
No, we're talking about
Yeah,
Di
it's been
Maria. You
ages.
should have been thinking. You
Uh,
got 5 seconds.
Gabriel.
How much was he?
25.
No.
Ah, you.
Cavs has to get one to win it though.
Shit. Alexis Sanchez.
Oh, you. Oh,
Yes.
I want to say Bambi.
Dan. I'll see you later, Dan.
Who are the?
Let me list.
who are the
I'm going to list off
defenders
some of the
at
players you
Who
list
did-
off some of the
who
players
did you
you've
get?
missed. So you've missed. No one
some
said
obvious
Ryan
ones.
Sessegnon for Spurs.
I was
Like
going to
our
say him, but I didn't want
fourth
to
most
risk it.
expensive player. Mane, Fabinho, Sane,
Ew.
Yaya Toure, Fernandinho, De Bruyne. No one said. Torres, Morata, David Luiz,
Some
Chilwell,
obvious ones. In there.
Lacazette, Ozil,
Chilwell. That's recent as well.
Mata, Matic, Martial, Wan-Bissaka, Rio Ferdinand,
Jamie had
Can
a
you
howler.
say,
David De Gea,
The Arsenal defenders, because
Ederson. The Arsenal defenders are Mustafi 41, Saliba 30, Tierney 27.
Saliba.
Mm.
But he's
Charlie,
batting-
let's update the table already, bro.
Yeah, I'll do it after this.
I mean,
Let's update
you
the table.
will still be bottom.
You know what? I've got a game in hand because I missed the episode. I got a game.
That's 3 points though.
Jamie has also got a game in hand though, because he also missed an episode.
I just gave what did I do?
Didn't you give them both 2 points?
I can't remember. Anyway, who's next?
I'll do mine next if you want.
I'll go next.
Oh, do you want to go next? You go next.
No, you won't then because I won. So my one is Premier League players that have also played for their Premier League rivals.
Oh, there's not that many.
That's
Bloody
sketchy.
I want
hell.
to go Dan, Charlie. I want to go Dan, Charlie, James.
First.
Are you gonna
Okay.
I
you
always go
gonna-
in order on the screen.
Are you gonna like do it as it's only like Tottenham and Arsenal, or can it be like Tottenham and West Ham, Tottenham and Chelsea?
Yeah, it could be that as well. It could be
Yeah,
that as
cool.
well. I'll be lenient. I'll be very lenient with it.
So cool.
I'll do the first one to annoy you. Sol Campbell.
I'm gonna go William Gallas.
Ashley Cole.
And now I'm stuck. I had those
that's
three.
Fucking impossible.
There's a lot of them.
I got one
Is
more
that-
in my head. At the front of my head.
Countdown's
I
on a bit
actually don't-
early.
I know, yeah. I actually don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know anyone.
Dan,
I
you've
don't know
got a
anyone.
howler. There's
I'm trying to think
so
of
many,
rivals.
bro.
I don't know anyone.
Michael Owen.
I've got one though, but I don't know if you're gonna count it because I don't know what the
Say it-
the, like,
say it
I
to
parameters
the-
are.
said I'll be lenient.
Keith Andrews. Keith Andrews played for Wolves and then came to West Brom.
I'll give it to you. I said I'll be lenient. I'll give it to you.
Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah. There's some big ones there off the top of my head that's so obvious.
It's the countdown. It's the pressure. I can't
Big
think.
ones. Oh, it came on already. Joe Cole.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. I ain't gonna get one here. Fabregas.
Who did he play for?
Arsenal, Chelsea.
Arsenal, Chelsea.
Oh yeah, Chelsea. Frank Lampard.
Are City and Chelsea rivals?
Play for
West
West
Ham.
I'm
Ham.
not gonna give.
Oh, West Ham.
West
Oh,
Ham.
yeah.
I forgot about West
Completely
Ham.
forgot.
Yeah.
Joe Hart. I don't know why I said that. It was just a name that came to my head.
City.
He's played for a lot of teams.
Spurs.
He's played for a lot of teams.
No. Jamie, to win this one, there's some
Did he not have a
obvious
little
ones,
stint at
bro.
West Ham?
Wait, to win it, I've still
Yeah,
got
to
a
be
countdown.
fair, he did play for West Ham.
Yeah,
Who's-
so that's Tottenham and West Ham. Joe Hart.
Very loosely, but yeah, Joe Hart doesn't even
He
play.
still
for
played.
Spurs,
He still played from both. He still played from
Alright,
both.
cool. I'll give you that.
Oh,
Jamie, you've had a minute, Jamie. You've had a minute.
this is impossible.
Oh, I don't even need to get.
Counted down.
Now he's already had so long. He's already had so
That's,
long.
yeah. That's why I
You
spelled
know
it out.
that?
Colo's all
Go on,
right.
shot.
I got it.
Nah,
Yeah. No, I'll give it to him. He did on time, bro.
Bastard.
Charlie, knows that you should know. I'm giving you a clue.
That's just put me under so much more pressure.
There's one that
Jamie
I
got
should've
so
known.
much longer as well.
Didn't.
Let's go with the excuses, man.
Done.
Fudicini.
That was too late. Well, way too late.
Bro,
Wait,
I
hold
know you
on.
counted down.
Hold on.
I know you
Can I put
counted
my hand
down,
up, please?
But Jamie
Teacher.
had so much longer.
Teacher.
Go on.
Colo Torre played for Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. None.
Well, yeah, they're not rivals. They're not rivals.
Oh, wait.
Premier League rivals.
They're not. Just because they're a good team in the Prem doesn't mean they're rivals.
Just going for a check here.
What we're going to do now is because technically Jamie should have been out. However, Charlie was out next round. So you're both in. You go again. Charlie, it's on you.
Fudicini.
Who do you play for? City.
Spurs and
Chelsea
Chelsea.
and Spurs, yeah.
Of course.
I've got another one that's like a West Brom one. Paul Robinson.
Cool. You can
Play for Blues and West Brom.
Didn't play for us in the Prem though.
But he played for us in the Premier League.
Well, if we were doing, I didn't know we were doing that. You said
that
Rooster
means-
Premier League
that means
rivals.
I
I could
could
have had
say-
anyone. I could
Wait.
have had Gardner.
Yeah, you have
That's
to be
why.
the-
That's
they
why I
have to-
said I need to know the parameters.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
the
why I
ref-
said I need to know the parameters. There's no parameters.
This
put in
referee
place.
has had a mare. Get him out.
You know when the
Jamie has
ref
to
gets
go
pressured.
now.
You know when the ref gets pressured.
Jamie has to go now. That's 2 wrong answers in a
He
row.
has to go, blood.
You're Charlie,
Has
you need
to
to
go.
get one now and you win.
I don't think that's fair.
No, I don't, because do I have to get one now? Jamie went before me.
He's the ref. He's the
Or
ref.
do I go before?
No, I'm last.
Yeah, but that means I've already got one. I got Kudicini, then you just got one wrong, so you're out. I got one more.
If he doesn't get this,
That
I
means
should
I
be
win.
back in.
No, listen, no, wait. I'm not even thinking. Let me state my point.
Oh, the game's flawed anyway, Charlie. You've won a roll. Fucking hell.
Wait,
Jamie-
you're both out. Dan's got a bonus life. Dan, you got 10
I
seconds
didn't
to
have-
find one and you
Craig
won.
Gardner. Craig Gardner play for Villa and Blues in the Prem.
Nah, that's absolute bollocks.
And the winner is Daniel Storm.
Nah, I'm not having that. Jamie should have been out twice.
What an
And
incredible
I didn't even
round.
have to get
I
one
love
right.
this
What a
game.
comeback.
I love this game.
I'm leaving.
I
Where's
love
the
this
leave
game.
button?
Charlie, get the
What a
league
comeback,
table out,
Dan.
fella.
Dan,
That's a big
that's
I'm
thing.
not counting that. That's a void round.
Jamie,
You
well
could have
done.
said,
Jamie came
Charlie,
second.
Charlie, you don't deserve to win. Charlie, Emmanuel Adebayor.
You didn't know
Carlos
Kudicini
Tevez.
played for Spurs when I say Kudicini. Who do you play for? Man City.
Adebayor, bro.
Yeah, but
Adebayor.
it's the
Adebayor's
pressure. You can think it
Carlos
because
Tevez.
it's your
Olivier Giroud.
hosting.
Take
It doesn't matter who I didn't say.
Man United.
Still,
and Man
I
City,
still
didn't they?
technically won twice. And I didn't get it.
Listen, bro.
So,
I'll be
This,
so
real.
is,
Cavs-
this is a
Cavs-
joke again.
Cavs, excuse me. Is that 2 points to me, 1 to Jamie? Or is that 2 points to me, 1 to Charlie?
Why would Jamie?
But you've got to give 2 points and 1 point.
What's the
You've
system?
got
Is
to
that
have
the
first and
system?
second.
Oh,
First
is that-
gets 2, second gets 1.
Oh, Charlie gets the point then.
This is. I'm not on my thing. I'm not on.
Yeah, you are. I've won.
This round doesn't count.
The ref said
Nah,
I
you
won.
haven't. Nah, that's. I'm not
Or
saying.
Charlie, if you do it, put it. If you won the round and I got a point, so I'll get him second.
Fuck, I'm not having either 2 or 0. If I,
Well, you
yeah,
are because
but
you did
you were
only
out
get.
at the
end
You
of the
were
a
season.
out
long
for-
time ago.
I'm not. You two aren't the ref. It's
You
the
couldn't even
ref's
think of
round.
one. You couldn't even think of one. You could have got Adebayor.
Wait. This is a Man United situation. VAR after the game's done. Because I didn't know about the initial point system. That's 2 points to Charlie, 1 point to Dan.
All right, okay, cool. I'll take that.
Well, I'm just not doing whatever the forfeit is at the end of the season then because it's flawed.
Oh, this is all fair. This is fair.
Right.
The thing is though, you did say to me I could have had Tevez, Adebayor. Dan also should have known those players, but he couldn't think of one a lot.
Yeah, no.
I know what you're talking
You all
about,
should
mate.
have known them players. You all should have known them.
It was a
came
bit
back
of
with I came back with Gary, Craig Gardner.
But I could have come back
Yeah,
with
after you've been
COD
out for
players
5
as well.
minutes.
Yeah, I had time to think. I had time
Jamie, you
to. I had
technically
time
should have been
to.
out a lot earlier. So it's a
How
level
long?
playing
I still
field.
got more. I still got more questions. I've still got more answers right than Dan.
Bro, you arguing with the ref? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yellow card.
So I got
Yellow.
no points anyway. So why does it matter?
Yeah, he has got a point too. He's got nothing
Well,
to
you better be
lose.
careful you don't get suspended for the next game.
Oh, I'm just gonna completely scupper my list now. Then these are all fun.
Right,
He's
There's not
gonna-
even any point in
he's
me.
gonna-
There's not even any point
Nah,
in
Jamie,
me doing
Jamie,
my game.
just
I ain't gonna do it
remember-
properly.
Just remember when you host your game, who shafted you
Yeah,
and
that is
who
true.
didn't.
No, Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie, you're my guy, bro.
He's
Blue
gonna-
team spot.
Don't worry, I remember Charlie.
Cheers, man.
Come on, Jamie, out here bathing apes. I rate it.
So this my
Right,
quiz
let's go.
is every team that's been in the Champions League knockout phase since not the European Cup. So you know when Villa Forest won it, they don't.
Yeah.
They're not in there since it became the
Cool.
Champions League. I think that was what
Cool.
95.
The thing is,
92,
there could be a
93.
couple of teams that we might not guess.
It's
but
92,
just-
93.
What? Just Premier League?
No, every
Oh,
team
no.
ever
So we
Euro.
have
So like
five.
Spanish and
What's the order
everything.
done?
Yeah, there's. I'll tell you how many teams there are. 71.
Oh,
Dave.
right, bloody hell.
What's the order done?
Because Jamie's gone last, I'll go Jamie, Cabs, Charlie.
Man, yeah.
Man City.
Liverpool,
Arsenal,
Chelsea.
Barcelona,
Real Madrid,
Fucking hell, you're going quick.
Real Madrid,
Oh,
Real
is
Madrid.
it?
Bayern Munich.
Is it me again now? Yeah.
Yeah.
PSG.
Borussia Dortmund.
Leon.
Inter Milan.
Ajax.
Leipzig.
AC Milan.
Someone
That
said
countdown. 72 teams. No, no one said
Juve.
Juve.
Juve have.
Also,
No one said Roma.
Yeah.
no.
Has anybody said Atletico Madrid?
Nope.
No.
Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Napoli.
Yeah.
Leicester.
Yeah. You've only got one Prem team left.
Porto.
Oh, you bastard.
Yep.
So one Prem team left. Yeah?
My clue would be for the Prem team. Don't think too much about the Prem team. Just move on.
Dan, can we get a countdown?
We'll have to,
Zenit and Petersburg.
Yep.
Is it Charlie?
Valencia.
Yep.
Has anybody said Sevilla?
No, they haven't.
Sevilla.
Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yep.
Anyone said Schalke, Dan?
No.
No.
Schalke have.
Schalke.
Are we like? How many countries have we not said?
Dan,
Oh,
countdown.
a fair
Let's go
few.
one time.
Benfica?
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, Benfica are there. Excuse me. Can I pause the game quickly? Yellow card for trying to count down for me
Man, I gave you a point and you was out.
on the ref.
Who's got it?
Yours.
72
Oh, shit.
teams.
See, I'll be real. Wait, someone said Benfica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe in this answer, but I'm going to say Wolfsburg.
I
I
think
don't
they are.
really believe in it.
Yeah, they've made it.
That's a good shot.
Meaty team.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
mate,
a
I'm
few, to be fair.
stuck. Oh, Atalanta.
Yeah. I'm lucky this list's been updated.
Countdown, please, Dan.
Marseille.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bayer Leverkusen.
I had one in my head, it just disappeared.
Countdown, please, Dan.
Where's it? Olympiacos. That's just a massive guess. I don't
Yeah.
think they are. Oh, man.
Fair play. If you get to 1 second, just throw a name out.
Is it me?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's you.
Galatasaray.
Yeah, surely.
Yep.
Surely. Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
Spartak.
Yeah.
It's me again, isn't it? I keep
Yeah, it's you.
forgetting the order.
It's you, Coach Charlie. Throw a name.
Leeds. I can't think of anyone.
Leeds are in. Leeds are the last
No
Prem team.
way.
I thought that were.
Fair
I thought
play.
that were.
See, this is an odd one. I don't even know if they're a fucking team. Slavia Prague or something.
So that you're going with the Czech team.
Yeah.
I'll give you it's Sparta Prague, but I'll give you.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said
Oh,
And they're
what?
two different teams.
No,
they're two
it's not-
different
it's-
teams.
That's what I meant, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Dan, they're two
I'll
different
give it
teams.
No, wait. Are they actually two different teams?
Yeah.
Or is there genuinely two
Yeah,
No,
there's
but
different
two
you know
different
what?
teams.
Dan knows what I meant.
Sparta.
Dan knows what I
I
meant.
was going to say them next.
No, Dan knows what I meant, man.
I'll
If
give
there
it.
is actually two separate teams, then
That's
Listen, the
bollocks.
rest.
I was
fair.
gonna say-
You might have
Hold
done
on,
on
hold on.
Chelsea.
Excuse me,
Count the rest.
Excuse me, can we have
That is-
silence, please? Charlie gave Cabs Ghent when he said, Charlie gave Cavs
Yeah,
Ghent
and
when he
you
said Ghent.
said I was wrong for doing that. You said I was wrong for doing that, and now you're doing it.
So you must stop trying to crowd the ref, yeah? We're not Chelsea.
Fucking joke.
It's
Hold
embarrassing, right?
on. I've just booked you, player.
Sorry. I apologise.
Oh, sorry.
I can't be getting sent off. Trying to think.
It's not my go, is it?
countries
It's
in
Charles.
Europe.
That's Charles.
Hey, countdown. Get it out then.
Shakhtar. Surely they have.
Yep.
Yeah. Have they not been said?
I've got a few that I'm thinking of, but I don't think either of them are. But I'm just going to say Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
Yep.
CSK Moscow.
I didn't think Sociedad had made it, Wow.
Came to a point now where I don't know who's been said and who hasn't.
Lazio.
You can inquire, Jamie. Lazio haven't been said.
Lazio have been
They're
said.
in.
I said Lazio.
Did you say Lazio? I thought you said Roma.
No, I don't think you did.
I don't think you said Lazio.
No, Charlie said Roma.
Have you
I
said
don't think you said Lazio.
I don't think you said Juve and Inter. I don't think you said
Lazio have not been said.
I don't recall.
You
I
know
gave you the Prague one.
We can watch the recording back.
This is
Jamie.
my go again, then yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I forgot who I was thinking of now because of that. Oh my god, who was I thinking of? Who the fuck do I have in my head? Fiorentina, have they been said? I don't know if they have,
but they are in.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Good
Good
shout.
shout.
I've got two.
Go on,
Real
give me the
Betis.
Thai one.
Real Betis. I don't know. They're a Europa League side, man.
Oh,
So Charlie, Jamie. You still got a fair few
mean-
teams that I know you both know.
Yeah, that's the thing,
Dan, can we
but-
ask? Can we ask? Is there a country that we haven't said that there's one team that they're in?
No, you can't be doing up clues, bro.
There
has the
are.
time restarted yet?
I was going to read out the countries that you haven't said.
All right, go on then.
Because we've only got 10 minutes left on the recording.
Go on. then.
Belgium, Croatia, Cyprus, Denmark, Scotland.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Celtic.
Was it not my go? My go,
Oh.
because Cavs just said.
Yeah, Charlie, you have Celtic then.
Yeah,
Go on,
sorry.
Jamie.
Fuck's sake.
Do you remember the countries?
No,
just think
I
of
don't.
Scotland.
Can't say them again. You can't say them again.
Rangers.
Go on, Charlie.
Oh, fuck. Copenhagen, but spelled weirdly.
I think they're in. Yep.
Gang.
Yep.
Is there more teams from like leagues we've mentioned before, like big leagues?
Yeah.
Villarreal. I don't think they have.
Yep.
So for some reason I've got in my head Werder Bremen, so I'm just gonna say them. At this point, it doesn't
Yep.
really fucking matter, does it?
PSV.
Yep.
Good shout. Frankfurt.
I've got to get one still.
Yeah. You have. Jamie went first.
AZ.
We're back, Jamie.
See, I can't.
Throw a name.
Countdown's just two.
Charlie. The countdown is intimidating after
Feyenoord.
Jamie.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Hamburg, I don't know. Fucking hell.
Oh, I think they have. No.
Charlie.
Shit, man. Oh my god.
If you foul this one, I'll give you both a point.
Or just take the countdown away.
Dynamo Kiev.
So 2 to Charlie, 1 to Jamie. Cavs was here as well.
So I've picked up 2 points today.
Shit.
English clubs that have won more than one major trophy.
That's that.
Oh,
I
what's
actually
the
rate
order?
that.
Yeah,
what's the
I
order?
like it.
I ain't been first yet, Jamie. Bear that in mind.
The order is Charlie, Dan, Cabs.
So it begins.
So let me just clarify. This is in their history, not just like this is their whole history.
Yeah, it's not like in the last 15 years.
Jamie's buying first, man. Let's start.
United, Manchester.
Yeah.
FC United of Manchester, they haven't won anything.
Just a disclaimer, there's a couple of teams on here that don't run as football clubs anymore.
Birmingham City.
Hotspur, Tottenham.
Chelsea.
City, Coventry.
Liverpool.
Wait.
Wait, what have we won that's 2 major trophies?
You've won
You
2 FA
haven't.
Cups, haven't you?
They've only won one.
No,
Oh,
one
for
FA Cup.
fuck's
This
sake.
guy,
out already.
I thought
idiot.
Hold on. By the way,
Dan had a howler.
Can we pause?
No, because you said it with such confidence.
No. I'm out. So
He's
you're
gonna say this, mate.
I always knew it. I always knew it.
you
I
two
knew
argued
he was gonna
that
do
Cov
it.
and Blues are the same level, but Blues have won more major trophies, but Cov have got a better history. What? How is that an argument then? It was never an
What are
argument.
your 2 major
I
trophies?
thought
A
you'd
League
won-
Cup and a Championship.
No 2 League
Is that what
Cups.
you?
Why would you say Cov?
I thought no, because
Yeah, but you have so many.
Cavs.
So many.
But we
Cavs-
never. No, but
Cavs-
listen.
I think
no,
you were
Dan,
asleep when we were having this argument.
We never.
They
ever
were
said,
saying Blues
we
and
never
Cov
ever said
are
that we
the
won more than
same
one.
pedestal because of history. We've won more major trophies. How is it an argument then? How was it ever an argument?
No,
I
but
can't believe
I
you
just
made
doesn't
it.
matter.
I hate it here.
Jamie, that vein in his forehead's going again.
I hate it here.
Bro, I can't
can't
believe
believe-
he's just like you've
No,
just gave
no, but the
away
thing
the
is,
points
Dan,
in a game
the thing
because
is,
you were
Dan,
like
that's your
too bothered
argument.
about
but
making a point about Blues.
I can't believe
I
it.
would understand that if I had said, yeah, Cov have won 2 major trophies or more, but I never said that.
You
I only
spoke
said
with
we
such
won 1
confidence
FA
about
Cup.
history. I thought surely they've won not
Am I
just
not
an
allowed to back
FA
my
Cup.
club? Let's
Anyway,
move on.
believe-
Who's next?
I can't believe you
Who's
gave
next?
away points, Dan, just to like.
I didn't.
Just to
No,
make
but
a
I was
point.
so confident that they'd because the way you were both talking about how we're on the same. I can't believe it.
It's because we spent more time in the Prem than you. That's why.
2 European finals and 2 major trophies. They've won a singular FA Cup, and we're talking about.
I want to see the countdown, Jamie. I want to see the
Can't
Yeah, no one
believe
cares.
it.
I can't even remember who's going.
Charlie's goal.
I'll start the countdown.
No, it's your go because I went first.
I
Dan
said
went
Liverpool.
Charlie went
said
first.
Liverpool.
Oh yeah, he said Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool.
Wait, I can't remember who. Can I ask who's going to say?
No, you can't.
There's been so much disruption in
Alright,
between.
so
I can't remember who's going to say.
Liverpool have been said, Man U have been said, Chelsea have been said, Spurs have been said, Blues have been said. I think that's it.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
Aston Villa,
yeah,
Leeds.
biggest club in the Midlands.
yeah,
Leicester City,
yeah,
Forest.
yeah.
Newcastle,
Yeah,
Everton.
This is depressing.
yeah.
That's the second time this season I've been let down by Cov.
This is a crazy one. Portsmouth,
I think
They were in
I'm
my
sure
mind
that-
as well.
I think they
Let
are.
me just quickly double check that one. Yeah.
Good, that's a very massive shout.
Well done.
What's that going on?
Hope you're really proud of
Thanks,
yourself.
Sheffield Wednesday. I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
Sheffield United.
I
There's
swear,
always
I
Sheffield
swear
Wednesday
they've,
having United.
I swear they've never won a major trophy.
Sheffield
Or
United.
one.
They have.
Or one if they are.
Sheffield United have won 5. They've won
Oh, man.
4 FA Cups and 1
Big
league.
boy club,
Who was
man,
it?
big
Who were the
club.
three
let me
teams in the
just-
Prem that haven't?
Jamie, count. Do the count.
Hold on, let me just do a disclaimer. There's the old English Division League 1 counts, so the old Premier League. They're counted in the cup in the
He's out.
tally.
He's out.
What? He hadn't started the countdown. Blackburn?
Yeah.
Good one. Wigan.
Oh, let me have a check on that one.
You're just
They
hoping
were
they've won one.
getting
previous
slapped
era,
left
they
and
could.
right when they was in the Prem.
They must have.
Man were holding 9, you know.
Did I
They
say
only need to
more
have
than
won
one?
one more.
No.
Yeah,
no, they haven't.
more than
They've only
one.
won one. They've only
Oh,
won
they
one.
won one FA Cup.
I'll take my 1 point.
They're basically Cov.
Right, so who
we'll
went?
take
Who
your
went
0.
first? Has Charlie got to get one? No,
No, I ain't
Charlie's
gotta
just
get
got
one.
hasn't he? I can't believe how many you've
Take
missed
my
out.
3 wins. Wait, let me see if I can think of any more, Jamie, before you read them all.
Sky was
Go on then.
that show up after he's won.
No, I can't think. I just want to
You're
try and
showing
think
off
of
like
more
his,
before we
like
read.
his club's not the smallest in this call. I hate
Well,
it.
it's
Here. I
first
actually cannot believe it.
Who else is there? How many more current
West
Prem
Brom,
teams are there?
Leeds,
Yeah, West Brom are-
Sunderland,
I said
Forest,
Leeds. I said Leeds and
Wolves.
Forest.
Huddersfield, Preston,
Wolves.
West Ham, Bolton, Derby,
Yeah, these are all teams that
Burnley,
had to go to last
Ipswich.
resort.
Bury, Norwich.
I had Sunderland on my mind next.
Can I just say that West Brom are
Jamie, I might have said them.
16th? 16th.
I might have said
You
them.
didn't.
No, they're not. They're 20.
No one did.
19.
No, I said no. I mean, I might have if it carried on.
Oh, well, we were 16th with 7. Just to
Well, we're not
same
on
as
it.
Leeds.
I'm not on it.
Same as Leeds. Same as more than Sheffield when United on Wednesday.
Dan,
And,
you're slipping down this table
And
rapidly.
on
now.
that note, we're going to call it there. Thanks for watching.
No.
We'll see you for the predictions. Cover shit.
The Modern Game Podcast.